We're going to get the latest next on Haiti, live from the capital. The next step from the country's political future will be naming an interim prime minister. Canada is welcoming the creation of a transitional council that will do that.
I think that it's really now up to the Haitian political parties and all those involved in the discussions about this transition process to seize the reins and decide they're going to move forward. I think it's critically important that happen, but it's really up to the Haitian actors to make that decision.
Haiti remains under a state of emergency. The Transition Council will choose an interim prime minister to succeed Ariel Henry, who has resigned now after months of violence. Armed gangs that control much of Haiti's capital are demanding a say, too. Now, let's take you live to Port-au-Prince. Etienne Côté-Paluck, who's the editor-in-chief of Haiti Weekly, is live with us this morning. Etienne, welcome to the program. Happy to have your insight today as we follow this story and the worsening violence. We've been hearing reports of violence, threats from gang leaders. What is the latest on the situation there in the capital this morning?
For now, it's calm. It's been like that for a few days, but everybody's at home waiting to see what's going to happen. No schools, no offices open either. We're all waiting to see how they're going to react to the latest political development here. Is there going to be any more violences like we saw in the last 10 days? The airport was attacked. The main police office in Port-au-Prince was attacked. And other parts of the town were attacked. So we're all waiting to see how it's going to play out in the next day or two to see if we can go out with more. There's still some activities in the streets during the day, but mostly it's people that go out for really important reasons. There's no really people going to see each other or things like that. We really feel like a confinement right now.
Etienne, as far as the political steps, we've been covering closely that emergency multilateral meeting in Kingston, Jamaica earlier this week. And of course, the next step, the resignation of the prime minister, the naming of an interim prime minister, and this transitional council. And of course, the question of what happens with the gang leaders. Are they offered amnesty, or are they even offered a seat at that table? Where do all of those political efforts stand this morning?
For now, all the criminal groups around Port-au-Prince are out of the discussions. To be part of this presidential council, there were some criteria that you need to meet. You need to not have any accusations, haven't been convicted, for no sanctions on you either. So there's really a strict criteria, and it's all political members of different groups that would sit on that 7-seat table. The questions are they really going to try to work for the whole country, or is it going to be a political fight throughout? Some political groups are asking if they shouldn't have been civil society persons on it, to not have any political debate too much in it, surrounding it. We know here the political class is rejected by a big part of the society because of the corruptions and how they manage different crises throughout the last decades.
And I have one more question, Etienne. It ties the politics to the violence, and it is this. There was money committed to fund a security force to help the police, to help the military deal with the gangs and the violence. But Kenya is the only country offering personnel. So 1,000 people from Kenya were supposed to be heading to Haiti. But what we learned from Kenya is that it's pausing the deployment of those 1,000 police officers until the transitional government is in place. What impact could all of that have, that pause, in getting badly needed security forces and reinforcements in?
It's a good question. Here, the biggest issue is security. We need to be able to walk throughout the streets normally, and that was not possible for the last few years. And it's really been a burden on the economy that was really plunged in the last 3 years. So now This security force, there's a lot of critics surrounding it, but at least it was the biggest plan in place to help with the security. And for now, like you said, we don't know when it's going to happen again, when it's going to be back on track. But they say it's going to wait until the presidential council is in place to think about send the policemen from Kenya. So for now, we're all wondering, is that going to have any impact on the streets? That's really what we're looking at. Is the criminal groups going to react to that? Are they going to try to get more neighborhoods before they arrive? Before this other delay? That's all questions we have in mind right now this morning in Haiti.
Well, Etienne, we'll keep in touch, and we're continuing to look for answers to those questions too. Canada, obviously a country with close ties to Haiti and many interests in that country. Etienne Côté-Paluck, the editor-in-chief of Haiti Weekly, I thank you for being with us this morning, live from the capital.